Hello everybody, this is the 30-day trial. It's your boy Eric here. I wish I was dead, and it's another beautiful Wednesday.
So pleasant.
You're always so nice when you bring in the show, Eric.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't like to lie to people.
Yeah, well, who does? Alex, you want to give us a special announcement about today's episode?
I would love to. So here is an obligatory disclaimer. If you're listening to this at work, stop. And if you're under the age of 18, you probably shouldn't be listening to this, but I know what I did when I was 17, so...
We're getting nasty today, guys.
It's bad, so you've been warned.
We are getting nasty. So, as always, I'm Nick. Today we have Ronnie.
Yeah, mouth on fire.
Ronnie, mouth on fire, shoemaker. That's herpes.
It's actually hot wing.
Yeah, sure.
Hot wing herpes.
Eric Money Shot Molina.
Your boy.
Alex A Money Piazza, and Justin, who I have no nickname for yet, so...
That's okay.
I'm sorry, man. It's
No,
good to have
it's
you here,
good.
though. It's a pleasure.
No, thanks.
I thought we were
First things first, guys. 4th of July, we made America happen.
I was wearing American flag leggings yesterday. They were really cool.
Nice.
I looked
Nice.
like a big douchebag. I really did.
I was screeching bald eagle sounds with like firecrackers cut on my ass, so it's pretty good.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's great.
No, like for real though, I had these leggings and I had a denim jacket tied around my waist and a fitted white hat backwards, and that's as America as it gets.
Nice. I don't think you get more America than that.
Nope, not at all.
You only get more America if like you're fucking your cousin or something.
Oh, God.
Please don't do that.
It's only legal in like 3 states. Eric, how was your 4th of July?
My 4th of July was, it was pretty lit. It was a good time.
Yeah.
You
Justin?
know, drank.
I didn't do much. I
Justin
actually
laid in bed all day. That's what
Okay,
Justin
okay.
did.
You millennial. You government sucking.
I did.
Avocado buying.
I enjoyed the rest of my weekend off though, by being drunk every night.
Nice. So, second order of business, guys. For everybody that's supported us this way through,
My
appreciate
Fourth was
it.
good,
Thank
thanks.
you. Ronnie had a great 4th of July. We got some big things coming. Some production value. You're actually going to see our pretty faces. We're talking video. We're talking stuff right now.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. So bear
So
with
much
us, okay?
stuff.
If you like listening to us just rant on, it's going to get better. So stay. Please. Stay, share, subscribe.
Like,
Don't
smash
leave us in the
that
wind.
motherfucking
Smash
like
that
button.
motherfucking
Pull out a
like
salt on that
button.
motherfucking like button. Come on.
Alrighty, so with that out of the way, let's get on to business. We are talking at first bosses, right?
Horrible
bosses.
Horrible bosses.
Horrible bosses. Ronnie, this was your idea, so
I would
Lead it
gladly-
off.
horrible
homie.
bosses.
I would gladly start. So I have this. He's my ops manager at work, and he's a pretty nice guy, I'm gonna say, but he's a shitty fucking manager, like fucking horrible, dude. So it's like, I'm sure all of you guys out there probably have a boss like this, but everything's like about him. He wants to impress his boss, which obviously you're supposed to, but he's a fucking dickhead about it. The way he's like, oh, I need you guys to stay. I need you guys to stay till like 9 o'clock, even though you guys have been here since 8 o'clock in the morning.
Work
So-
for free, please.
Basically, yeah. He's that kind of dickhead. But he's like, he'll come to us in the morning and he'll be like, oh, hey, yeah, we're going to do this many trucks. And then it turns into, oh, we need this, we need more, we need more, we need more.
Okay.
Like,
And you
he's
work in a
always-
warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking sweating my dick off
Cool.
all day. But it's not the point. Excuse me. So it's like, yeah, he wants more and more and more no matter what. And it gets irritating because we're there 10, 12 hours a day. And nothing's ever good enough for him. So it just gets to a point where everyone freaks on him and he thinks he's doing nothing wrong.
Oh, okay.
He's just trying to make himself look good. That we never get a thank you. We never get. It's just nothing.
That's hard. So
Yeah.
he's leading from the back, not the front.
Yeah, and like he'll come out to the floor and he'll try to act like he knows what's going on.
Yeah.
And he has no fucking clue.
Like
What
he's
do you
not
do?
even.
Yeah. I'm a receiver at CNS.
Ugh.
Yeah.
So
so
like, so you're
Yeah,
saying
yeah, get it.
So what you're saying is there's no lube like when he fucks you. It's just
No, and actually he walks with a cane. He just comes up with his canes. Right
Ooh.
up, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, right up the ass.
That's
it, dude.
that's an HR issue.
Yeah, and actually someone
definitely
stole,
sexual
someone
harassment.
stole
Yeah,
his
that's-
cane one time.
That's a lawsuit.
Yeah. And they hit it in the mods.
God.
In the pick mod, it took him forever to find it.
Okay.
I had this
Okay.
manager when I worked at a convenience store that we all know very well. And he tried to fire me in a text message because I got a flat tire. And
Oh,
he was
okay.
like, I don't believe you. So I took a picture of my flat tire with my foot tattoo in it. Like,
Oh,
so I
okay.
was like, this is my car and
Yeah.
this is my foot. Like, you have to believe me. Tried to fire me in a text message until he realized that I worked for a union, so you can't fucking fire me. So I showed up to my shift, yelled a little bit, but
Nice.
that's
Gave
about
him
it.
hell. Rah rah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like he tried breaking up with you over text, kind of.
yeah.
And dick.
Is that where it starts out?
That's where it all started.
That's where it all started, huh?
That was my downfall right there.
Oh man. What about you, Justin? Anything?
I've had 2 horrible bosses probably in my lifetime of work. First one was I worked as basically a store manager in a retail store. And
I remember those days.
And this new manager that I got, she did nothing. She liked to sit in the back and just complain on the phone all day while I did everything as her assistant, even though I shouldn't have been. So she was like really private too. She didn't really tell anyone what was going on or what anything was. So one day I get a phone call from my district manager and she's like, oh, so you need to come in today. I'm like, okay, why? What did I do wrong? She's like, oh, no, you're going to be the store manager. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
why? She's like, oh, what's-her-face was pregnant and she had her baby, like, at
Oh, no
5 months.
shit.
And I'm like, oh!
That's like an unhealthy baby.
This is new.
That's good.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
This is new. She told none of us, like, the DM barely knew. And I was basically running a store for, like, a month and a half on, like, 2 people.
Damn.
And then what happened at the end of that was she came back after her maternity leave. They downgraded me and then fired me a week later because I apparently did not do a good job.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So no
I didn't
training,
know that.
nothing. They just threw you into the fire as the manager.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I can't say that I've had any bad managers. I could just have like being lied to. You know, like I worked at a convenience store too, / gas station, and it was like my first semi big boy job. It was like I'm going to college, so let me make minimum wage. But, you know.
Millennial problems.
Yeah, right. And I got the job through a buddy I met at college who was like 20 years older than me and worked at a convenience store, so I kind of should have figured something was up with the place. But he was like, yeah, no, I love working there. Like, you go there, you get your cigarettes there, you know, you'll love the job. And I was like, all right, dude, cool. So I applied and I got it. And they had told me they were like, 6 months in, you'll get like a 50-cent raise. And I was like, that's the most money I've ever seen. So, sure. And then 6 months in, that manager, he left. We got a new manager. Like, he quit. He was like, I'm done. I'm over it. And that's when I should have been
Rest
like...
in peace, headphone users.
Yeah, sorry.
You're like,
That's
holy.
yeah. But yeah, he left, and that should have been my cue to leave. And I didn't, and I stayed, and then he would come in still for like cigarettes, soda, whatever. Because he lived like right up the road. I'd be like, hey man, when was I supposed to get that raise? And he was like, oh, there was no raise. I was supposed to say that to get you to the door. And I was like, well, fuck this. And I quit. Went right back to doing the same thing. Me and my brother did like our whole lives prior. And that's been pretty good.
Who don't know?
Oh, construction. Just construction and goofing off. But
Yeah.
but Eric, I mean, we've had some pretty bad clients. Like some pretty nasty rich people.
We've had some bad clients, but I can't say I've had
oh,
any bad bosses.
please talk about
Yeah.
Jay-Z and
Bosses
Beyonce.
Pay for my lunch.
Oh
they pay
shoot!
for my,
Well,
like,
you name
breakfast.
dropped some people with more
I'm
money
sorry.
than we do. So,
Sorry.
Wait, what happened?
um,
I missed it.
Eric, you're gonna. I guess I'm gonna tell it
Should
now.
I tell us? Are we gonna tell the story about Beyonce and Jay-Z?
Do it. Yeah.
Well, we've already
Well,
said it.
I guess it's not really about Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's more about the artists that we worked through,
True.
that worked for Beyonce and Jay-Z. There was a. Look at that. Either way, I gotta move this wine bottle. Excuse me. Yeah, but worked for those artists. My father was working at a art gallery, and he seen this big crumbled up gold-plated fence, and the guy was like, "Oh, you like that thing?" My dad told the dude straight up. I was like, "I threw one of those away last week, right?" Didn't know that it was the artist at all, but they talked for a good hour or two. Then I don't know how they got to it, but my father was eventually like, "I could build that out of brass, which would be way better than gold, and then an aluminum fence
next thing
because
you
the
know,
gold shipping would be bad."
Me and my brother are making a brass fence by hand with the eventuality to gold plate, and we have no
Right.
idea what we're doing this for. Like, we're staying home from school.
Created a machine and everything, but
Yeah,
then every
like,
single individual
we were in
like
high
link
school
in the
at the
fence. It was
time.
terrible. I mean, it was
Um,
kind of fun actually.
Yeah, fuck you. That wasn't fun.
I had
you
such a
almost,
fun
You
time.
almost didn't graduate.
I mean, but I did, sorta.
So we're staying home from school. We have no idea what we're doing this job for, and the boss man, being our father, owns the company. He's just like, it's worth it. You love these people. They're your favorite. You listen to them.
I don't. I never listened to any of their music.
Well,
up to this
turns
point.
out it was for Jay-Z and Beyonce for a place in New York City.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
And that kind of gave us these. I never had more girls talk to me in high school than when I started saying I was doing work for Jay-Z.
You know,
and
that's
Beyonce.
funny. I said that, and people were just like, "I don't believe you."
What? Yeah, they said that
That's
too.
all
and I
they
had to
said was,
show
"I don't
them.
believe you," and they're like, "Oh, I'm sure you do, Derek.
Yeah.
I'm sure you built that fence, whatever."
I had to show. That was actually. I got
Screw
my
you guys.
first. I got my first. I got an offer for a blowjob. That was my first offer for a blowjob ever. It didn't happen because I was.
You got
I was-
offers for blowjob? I didn't get shit.
I did. They were like,
just got
it
doubters.
was like a Penardal thing. Like Nick now knows royalty.
What are you talking
So I was
about?
like, and it never happened. But.
You should have name dropped me somewhere along the line. Nobody wants to know when I built the fence.
But yeah, so time passes and
about
we
it in
finish
text.
this fence. We do all of it by hand, and we go in and we stall it, and we think we're gonna meet Jay-Z and Beyonce. And we're working through their manager and stuff like that, who was a very nice lady. And it comes time, and we're like, "Can we meet him? Can we meet him?" I just want to tell Jay-Z that I love his music. And we would always hear like dumb shit, like Jay-Z's watching through the window. Like it was like Santa Claus, like be good, be good, or Jay-Z's not gonna drop like a Hood album. So we would like try to look through his windows, like sneak a peek, and never saw him, never saw the big old eyes of Jay-Z. And we finally put it up, and we were so proud of it. Like our hands were bloodied and everything was proper. And the manager comes out, and I go, "Hey, can I meet Mr. Z?"
Mr. Z.
Yeah,
I love
and it was like I broke her heart. It was like finding out the Tooth Fairy's not real. She just goes, "Oh no, Jay-Z doesn't talk to help." And I was like, "Excuse me."
Yo, she would have gotten bitch slapped.
It wasn't her fault. It was I guess
Yeah.
it's policy, so I couldn't blame
Yeah, I
him.
know, but still, fuck.
But that was
rude.
one of
We used to
that
have people
was
taking pictures of us from the buildings around us.
models.
Putting it
Models
up.
would like look out the windows at us.
Models.
And that was like the first time I ever seen it's like looking at an angel. You just look up and there's this blonde-haired goddess just staring at you. She wants a burger and like I'm eating lunch, and she's just looking. I don't know if she's looking at me or she's looking at my food, but yeah. But yeah, we would have that and then pictures going off and
That's
yeah,
wild.
they didn't want to meet with us and they actually, from what I know to this day, do not like
The fence at all.
the fence. They don't like it. So
They bought it though. That's all
They
that
bought it. They
matters.
put it up. They were like, "It's too big. It don't fit." And I just wipe my hands with it because I'm still kind of angry. So Jay, when I am, C-list famous from this, and I'm interviewing people.
Wow,
on
you just
whatever
upgraded
carpet-
us. You said,
Well,
last
we-
time it was D-list.
Well, I mean, I think we're C-list now. We're on episode
I
3.
think we're C-list. I don't know. We gotta end up on Ellen at some point.
I'll be happy with Steve Harvey. I think I've told you
Either
in
way.
private. Like Steve Harvey.
Or we
That
can
mustache.
make up some like really ridiculous fucking scenario and go on Maury. That's like the best.
See, but I feel like if we do Maury,
Publicity.
then we might as well just be saying, "Cash me outside." Like,
Cash
we
me
might as well
outside?
just be hood famous. Like you go into like a Hardee's and people know you.
Well, you already feel that way about me though. Ever since I wore that Adidas crew neck.
Yeah, that was like
What did you call
were
me?
you're an East London mob mom with that on.
Yeah, that's what. That's
What she want? What she doing in my neighborhood? Don't make me call my cousin. That's how you know I watch too much like British Netflix.
Well, I wore an Adidas crew neck to the bar, and suddenly it's like,
I don't know. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. You just had the get up. You had like the Amy Winehouse get up.
what?
Too soon? Is it too soon to make? I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Rest in peace.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
They try to make me go to rehab, but but yeah, no. I think that was like my worst experience. I don't know if you have any other ones.
No, I don't get any bad experience. I mean, nah, other than being shoved into the smallest nooks and crannies of the buildings we work on. No.
It's not my fault. You're a small frame guy, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's no one's fault. Once again, wish I was dead.
It's a possibility.
One day.
But yeah. So anybody else? Anybody got any lasting?
I'm good on that.
So that was good. Leave your comments. You guys have any really shitty experiences with management or people you worked for? We want to hear about it. Really.
Everybody's thinking,
do.
I don't want to talk about my bosses. I'm going to get fired.
Oh, on a side note, I do want to mention, me and Justin had this conversation the other night. Never date your coworker.
Nope.
I feel like
Ever.
that always is like, that's
You feel like
to be
it's common
expected,
sense.
like,
You
that
feel
should
like it's
be-
common sense, but I'm Alex, so
That's a good point, that's a good point.
like,
'Cause, like,
I'm like
I don't know.
lacking in that department.
Yeah.
So don't date your coworker.
Like
ever.
I've read every handbook there is to read, and it's like page 3 in big.
Oh
bold
no,
print, like,
they don't
date.
care. No, they don't care.
Okay.
As long as you're not a super or they're your super, it's like
Yeah,
it can't be like
the
that.
person in position,
Yeah.
person in power.
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
you can date your coworker. I just don't suggest it, like
Except-
ever.
I don't think I can do
Bad
that
idea.
because like I'm a nice guy. We don't know that, but I would 50 grades the shade out of that. 50
Word.
shades of gray
Word.
the fuck out of that, but not in like the malicious way. I'd be like, hey, I could use a cup of coffee. And you do like little spank when the coffee comes because that's harassment. You know, when you got it like that, you got it like that.
Yeah, no. When you date your coworker and you break up, you get a 10-page novel about how fucked up you are.
Ah,
Only 10
Yeah,
pages?
Oh,
only
only
10
10?
pages. Only.
Damn.
I would at least think 11. I would at least think to throw it to 11.
I would hope they send me at least 11.
When I dated my coworker, we just gave each other awkward stares throughout the whole shit.
That's a weird one.
Mhm.
Like I would prefer the text instead of the awkward grimace. You
Yeah,
know?
no, we
Upstairs.
work on different floors, so I don't have to see him, which
Okay.
is like really nice.
Okay.
But yeah, no, we dated for like a month. We broke up, and then I like ran into him in the parking lot, and I was like, "Yo, I thought we were cool," and then I get this like 10-page message about how awful of a
Yeah.
person I am. So
Big old memorandum of just
Yeah.
all your flaws, huh?
yeah,
It's like anytime I
Yeah.
talk to
he's a really nice
An
guy.
adult.
Yeah.
anytime I talk to somebody that like a teacher, it's like, oh, I thought you'd do so much more with yourself, Nick. Yeah, well, so did I.
Me
Sorry.
too.
I dated this one girl who actually her stepdad got me a job at his job, and I worked there I don't know, like a good year before she decided she was gonna start working there.
Oh God.
I'm like,
It's always
fuck.
fun.
So yeah, so like anyway, she started working there, and then we dated probably like a good year after that, and we ended up breaking up. And but after we broke up, I was sitting on my cherry picker or forklift, whatever you guys want to call it. I don't know. Everybody knows what a cherry picker is, but I was sitting on that. So I'm sitting. I have racking to my right, so I can't exit that way, and I'm standing on it. And then she's coming to, like, she stands in front of my only other exit, so I couldn't even, like, escape out. And,
Oh,
like,
she got you.
Yeah, like,
Cornered.
she got me.
Trapped.
I couldn't leave.
She played rat trap way
Yeah.
too much, or mouse trap.
Yep. And then, like, yeah, gave me, like, the sad puppy dog eyes.
Aw.
She's like, can you give me a ride home? I'm like, fuck. I'm like, I'm gonna have John with me. And, you know, John. I'm gonna have John with me, and, like, I'm dropping you off, and that's it. And, yo, she was quiet the whole entire ride home.
That's so awkward. Because
Yeah.
I'm not the quiet. I break awkward silences, like with a fart or something.
Like,
I'd
I was
break
talking
them.
to John, who was in the
Yeah.
back seat. For whatever reason,
Oh,
he sat in
really?
the back seat. I was talking to him, and she didn't say a word the whole entire time.
That's gotta be rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be rough. So
Awkward.
that is awkward. Now for the nitty gritty. Are
Oh,
we
God.
doing it?
I'm ready.
Right
Parents, this is the time when you turn the show off because you're gonna hear stuff about us you kind of don't want to know.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear anything what I mean, parents.
I apologize.
Not excited to tell you.
Awkward hookup stuff. Hookup. What's it? Hookup lifestyle. Hookup culture.
Hookup
That's
culture.
what it is. Misadventures of hookups in general.
You want to explain it to us?
Yeah. Let's
So
do the
I
hard
want
stuff.
to I want to pose a question to all of you first. So we've made it clear that everybody in this attic is single always. Like that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
And I want to
reality.
know what your views on modern day hookup culture is. How do you feel about it?
What do you
I mean,
think?
I already know how
Wait,
you
what do you
feel
think?
about it,
We
but
know.
share with the class.
Define modern day hookup culture.
Yeah.
Do-
Throw a
does it-
definition.
do you-
Oxford Dictionary. I want to know. No. Just what would
basically,
it be?
basically doing whatever you want, like. I don't know how to
Well,
explain
I
it.
think-
Like modern day hookup culture. Like, do you
Tindering.
Tindering,
Oh, Tindering.
like Tindering,
Okay,
or
Tindering is BS. The frickin',
Eric is going off,
Okay,
huh?
Cupid
wait,
is
hang,
BS.
hang on a second.
He's so
Tinder is
mad.
BS, but you have it, yes?
Not anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You deleted it 2 minutes ago.
I bought. Okay, look, I got into Tinder for like 5 whole minutes. I put it. I made myself a nice little status, all that stuff. Not status, but a little like, hey, check me
Bio.
out. I'm pretty great. Blah blah blah. Other than like all the other people out there, I'm like swiping across people, and it's like, I love cats. Hope you're into somebody that really loves cats. Oh man, and I hope you love cats as much as I do.
Eric's
and
like,
every
I
once in a
fucking
while,
hate
it's
cats.
like dogs are great, and it's like, man, I don't like animals that much. That seems to be everybody.
No, but
Yeah.
for real, like I know we've already
Yeah.
discussed that you don't hook up with people, but like, how do you feel about how society is now?
It's
with
you see, it's like a double-edged sword for me because I am a strong believer in, and I'll tell this to anybody in any situation, in like personal freedom. So like I'm one of those, do you, just like I don't want to pay for it or anything like that, which is a subject of itself, or separate from itself. But you know what? If it's between two consenting adults and they decide to do what they're gonna do, go ahead. Do your thing. Does it happen for me? No. Is it my thing? No. I'm a man of like romance, and I like cute little dates and movies and like cuddling with awkward foreplay.
But why? Yeah, why not both? Why not both?
You know,
it's just a. I don't know. I feel like I was raised not to do it, and I feel weird. I feel weird doing that before I really know somebody. Know them.
Well, what if you had a really close female friend, and then y'all were just like,
fuck yeah, let's fuck.
Yeah.
Are you giving me hints? Are we?
Sorry.
You missed 1% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. I can't date my.
Yeah, that's in our contract thing.
Yeah.
No, you see that's another thing, because like if I'm that close with a female, then I don't have those feelings. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense. I know that sounds like really shitty, actually.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I guess on the other hand, it's like, why not? If you're gonna do the hookup thing and you don't want anything serious, why wouldn't it be with somebody that you trust?
That's actually a valid point.
I know where you're coming from with all that, and personally, I mean, I'd have to like really trust you. You know what I mean? For you to get past that female friendship barrier and then get into the physical kind of level of relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's a giant like gap there between you're my friend and now we're fuck buddies. You know what I mean?
And then
it's like two separate connotations too, because it's like it's hard to keep my friends when my friends are also my fuck buddies. You know what I mean? I guess then it becomes boundaries. Am I okay with being fuck buddies and friends?
I just like how we're casually referring to the term as fuck buddies. Not
well,
just
I mean, that's what it is.
Your buddies that are fuck buddies.
I even don't like the term. Like,
that's the thing. That's what makes it hard for me, because like I got to step out of my own personal comfort norm, and then now I got a fuck buddy, and you're once my friend, but now you're closer than my friend because I put it inside of you. And then it's like
I put my little friend inside of you.
You know what I mean? In a way, I mean, it really shouldn't. It really doesn't. I mean, it kind of does. Now I'm having sex with you. And it really just changed the landscape.
For me,
I tell you what, to me the hookup culture is all blown up out of proportion, and I think a lot of it is destroyed through communication. I'm going to hit it right on communication, because now we're always on our phones, nobody talks, nobody texts. Nobody talks anymore, everybody's texting, everybody's like, nobody gives any definitive answers, there's no, now I'm all lost, Nick had me move from one side of the room to the other side of the room.
According to the microphone, they can't hear you very well, so.
Well, I can't hear you very well.
But I don't like the term. Or
it's all about communication, because I feel like a lot of these relationships, or not relationships, whatever you want to call it, fail because people aren't honest about what they're doing.
We haven't heard from Justin.
Yeah, I mean,
he was sitting there just watching us, like, oh, these guys are really serious about this.
No, not that. I'm gonna actually be your black sheep, I guess. Then I don't really mind the hookup culture.
Okay.
It allows me my freedom to do whatever the hell I want with whom I want, and I guess everyone who's gonna be hearing this is gonna come off and be like, oh, this kid is like a total fuckboy. But the difference between me and a fuckboy is I'm honest and I'm open with my communication, my intentions. Every girl that I've hooked up with in this hookup culture, I have been like, hey, this is gonna be just this. Like, we're not going further. We're not gonna be dating.
Okay.
We're fucking.
So you're not like you sneak out and come back with coffee and bagels because
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I mean, maybe I have like some sort of boundary issues. Like, I don't really mind if someone does that and we're just hooking up, but we're not gonna be like picking out carpets together.
That's what. What if you pick out my carpet, there's a solid BJ out there. So I mean, then you're picking out carpets, or is it a give and take type deal, or
we'll kind of have to discuss that. That's what it'll be.
It's called incentive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I pick up very good carpets, ladies.
I'm a fan of it. I mean, again, it lets me do whatever I want, and as long as that person is okay with what we're doing, no one really gets hurt. And then if down the line, if something happens where one person catches feelings, the other person doesn't, you go your separate ways.
It was established early on. That's not okay. I feel like that's a responsible way of going about it. But I see a lot of stuff, and it's all social media stuff and secondhand stories where it is the opposite. It's like nothing's explained. Then everybody you're doing this, you know, you're doing the nasty, you're doing the dirty on the reg, and then somebody thinks it's more than it is, and then somebody gets hurt. And for me, it's just, I couldn't imagine emotionally hurting another human being in general. I just don't like doing it.
I think you're thinking too far into
You
it.
know?
I think that's
What
not
I'm getting
more
at is I don't
considered.
think people look
enough
into it.
Okay, I see.
you know.
I think mentally you have to be really prepared for that type of arrangement.
It's that type of life.
Because
mean-
what it comes down to is somebody's always bound to catch feelings. It happens.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
like
I mean,
there's-
there are neurochemicals that go off and all that.
Yeah, like-
Mid-coitus.
like somebody will always catch feelings, but if you're both mentally prepared and are like, okay, this is what it is,
Yeah.
you can kind of like just bring it back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, is it? I gotta ask you, Justin, because you're definitely like, you know, the one asking this part. In this part of this.
He's got the hair.
Yeah, the hair's on fleek. I'll give
It's
you
the
that.
fucking haircut.
Is it-
always the haircut.
Oh,
When it
always.
comes
Alex's
to the
fucking
culture,
downfall.
now, being upfront and honest, I imagine it's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? It's a mindset. It's like Nick's mindset's definitely different than your mindset.
Of course.
It's definitely a way that you live compared to him. And I could definitely, I'm definitely. I want to say interesting. Definitely
Honestly,
say interesting.
it gets a little bit difficult sometimes, and sometimes you think, oh, this is so much easier if I just said, yeah, sure, whatever.
Okay.
But I've learned my lesson over my 24 years of life that lying doesn't really ever work.
I'm
Or
still the oldest person here.
in the end, you're gonna be like, I should have just said what I was wanting to say back then,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
this
yeah.
would have been fine. And I've applied that starting maybe after, well, in the middle of dating my last girlfriend, which is probably horrible to say, but you know, it's fine.
Do you find that it's hard to say those things? Like, do you find it's hard to be honest when you're just looking for?
I find it's easier to lie sometimes,
Yeah.
especially if
Okay.
people don't have the emotional capacity to handle what you're going to say to them.
Which I think is a big problem in today's world, because we're so connected. You know, if you have an emotional issue, you put it right on Facebook, the Insta. I'm not pointing you out, Alex, but you're looking at me.
We've already discussed the fact that everything I put on Facebook is for my internet
yeah,
personality.
no, that's a good point. Good point.
She's fake.
Yeah.
I'm a total catfish.
Ronnie, you got
Ugly
anything?
as
or-
fuck.
East London Mob Mom. We're actually in London right now. This is the whole big thing.
Oh wait.
I mean, I've only ever hooked up once, so like I can't say I'm against it. See, like I'm a relationship kind of guy.
Right.
No,
right.
I wasn't laughing at Ronnie. I was
Yeah.
laughing at me and Justin.
Oh.
It's really what it came down
There's a
to.
weird dynamic right now, and I don't know what to make of it.
And they don't know it; they can't see.
You can't see their
There's
blind.
no weird dynamic. It was
like-
just like he's like, I only did it once, and I'm like, oh shit, like, oops.
I have the only time I've ever had sex is like when I was in a relationship.
Yeah.
So that one time. So, but like I'm not totally against it, but like I'd rather be in a relationship.
So now that we've dropped the big S bomb, Justin, any crazy stories? Any crazy stories you want to share with the group?
Okay, I can start with one, pretty
Oh,
much.
great.
This was,
As he puts his
Oh.
cigarette away.
Tell this story.
this is gonna give me, I'm gonna smoke it after now, because I'm gonna need it. About 6 years ago, I was 18, and my significant other at the time,
I love this story so much.
we decided. Do you guys know that that abandoned bridge that goes over New Jersey by the
Yes.
Delaware?
Yes, the bridge.
Alice, yeah, Alice.
Is that what you call it? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's what
awesome.
people call it because everyone's like, you go down the rabbit hole, etc., etc.
I don't
Stupid
fit.
bullshit.
I'm too big.
This place is awesome.
So.
Anyway, so we ended up getting really stoned in her car, and she looked at me after, and she was like, "I'm really horny." And I'm like,
You want some food?
"Okay, you're really horny. Like we're in a car and there's an abandoned bridge. Like I want to fuck on the bridge." And here I am, stoned out of my mind, like. I'm not gonna fuck on the bridge. It's dirty. There's shit on the ground. You know, it overlooks
Okay,
a highway
okay.
where people can see you. And then about maybe 15 minutes later, we're fucking on the bridge.
Yeah, you're like, this sounds like a great idea. Why did
Yeah,
I do this
it's
for?
fine. The
2
issue
minutes
with that
later,
was that I was pretty much the power bottom the whole time. So it was my ass on the dirty floor getting scratched up and touching random things while she got to ride me. And
At least somebody had a good time.
right, yeah. So it's about 25 minutes in, and she's already good, and I'm trying to focus on finishing my job, and you know my ass is pretty much raw at this point. There's cars driving by that can see us both, you know, half naked humping under the bridge.
You're just getting unwarranted honks. at
Yes,
this
exactly.
point, right?
You're getting those. And then maybe about 5 minutes after that, we hear a cop car pull up. Someone
That's
called
the
the
sound of
police
the
on
police,
us.
yeah.
Yeah, they had heard us or saw us.
Just some middle-aged, overweight mom with 3 kids like, that's not Jesus' thing. That ain't right. My husband don't do that.
Essentially.
Like, why don't you do that?
So to get up there, you have to go through like a long ass path. So he just got out of his squad car with like the megaphone, pretty much on his microphone, and be like, "Hey, so what you're doing is illegal, and you're gonna have to come down, and we're gonna come get you." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we quickly just got dressed and went the opposite way because who the fuck wants to get arrested for any of that? That sounds like a bad idea. They ended up staying by our car though for about 2 hours, so we were kind of stranded.
So you had like round 2 and 3.
No.
Oh, no,
we
you
were
were just
both like,
freaked out.
we're gonna like go to jail for indecent
Okay.
exposure.
They didn't like find your place or nothing like that?
Not hers.
Oh, shit.
Well, I think the only weird one I had, I can't say it was weird because I performed pretty well, I would think. Mom, I'm sorry, I love you. I was like mid-stroke and I didn't limber up beforehand. So, yeah, I didn't limber up beforehand, so I'm a little stiff.
I've heard this story.
And I cramped up. My leg cramped up, and I just blurted out, "Oh my God, I'm cramping!" And I'll never forget her exact words were, "Well, don't stop." And I never came harder in my whole life.
Oh man!
Like it was like a baby maker stroke. Like thank
Wow.
God it was safe.
Your left stroke just went viral.
Yeah,
Oh.
my last stroke just it made the day for me. And like you ever see the video where the tortoise just falls off? The tortoise?
The turtle.
The turtle. The turtle falls off of the other turtle. He's like, meh. That was me.
Yeah.
I finished. I was in so much pain. I was
You're
like,
like, I'm asleep.
and like my last life was done. I just fell back, and she had to rub the crap out of my leg.
Yo, I'm weak.
Yeah.
I
So
can't.
that was my most
Like,
awkward.
you're
experience.
welcome. Now get this cramp out.
Yeah. So that's me.
That's okay.
Sorry, Mom. Anybody, or are we leaving it at me?
I mean,
No,
I
there's plenty
haven't,
more
I didn't
stories
have
to
any
tell.
like weird, but if it's going back to the hookup thing, it's actually kind of funny.
Go for it.
So the one and only hookup I've ever done. So I used to work at in a pet store, right? And there was this lady she was my boss. She,
Oh my.
Jesus.
Okay.
She, I almost cut myself. She had a
That's a high
daughter.
five when we're
Well,
done.
has a
Oh.
daughter, and we've known each other since we were kind of younger. She's like 2 or 3 years younger than me. It's whatever. But so like I don't know. It's whatever. We grow up. I quit. I don't actually. I do quit there. It's whatever.
Okay.
And then I'm working somewhere else, and she hits me up on Facebook one day, and then like we're talking, and she ends up coming over, and like we're watching Netflix and shit like that.
Netflix and chill.
But yeah, basically it's exactly what it turned into. But the funny part was like it's my boss's daughter, well my old boss's daughter,
Okay.
who was actually at the time was my mom's new boss, not the
Whoa.
daughter. Like my old boss was
So you're
my
just
mom's
running
boss.
through the chain of command here.
I was. And then my mom had like no idea that we actually like had sex until I dated somebody else, and somehow heard the story, and ended up saying it out loud when my mom was there. I'm like, nope. And like the girl's mom is still my mom's boss.
Oh,
So
God.
like to this day, the mom's boss has no idea, and every time I see her, I'm like, oh, I fucked your daughter.
Hope that she doesn't see this podcast.
That is crazy.
You got anything?
Eric?
Do I got anything? Awkward sex stories. Oh no, all my sex stories are pretty awesome. Awkward sex stories though.
No?
Got really drunk one time, banged this girl in it was a bunk bed. My buddy's bunk bed.
You're a class act, dude.
Justin's face right now.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think that was my first time too.
I got fucked this time.
But once again, I performed excellently. Didn't think it was gonna be that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, good for you.
All right, I'm
Well,
gonna
yeah,
give
you
you.
should have seen it. That's Mike's Hard
You
Lemonade.
should've seen
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I'm gonna give you an option of 2 stories, and you are
Oh,
gonna pick
Lord.
which one I tell.
Wait,
Okay.
can rock paper scissors for it?
No.
No.
I just-
You're
go
just
for
gonna
it.
pick.
Um,
Do you want to hear about a really awkward Tinder story, or do you want to hear about the
Ooh.
time I got a black eye?
Black eye.
Black
Black eye takes the cake.
Come
I love
on.
the black eye
So
story.
I was at a party at my friend's house. I hope he's listening to this because this is fucking fantastic. But was at a party at my friend's house. I'm playing Pong with somebody that I know, and I'm like, he's like, hey, do you want to be my Pong partner? And I'm like, I really suck at beer pong. Like, you really don't want me to be your partner?
Anyone
and he's
who
like,
says that is really good.
well, I didn't know I was good
No one ever does when they say
until
that.
later. So I was like, I'm really not good at beer pong. He's like, no, we got this. And I'm like, okay. We ran that fucking table like all night, hours of beer pong. Finally, we were like, we're tired of beer pong and we're really drunk. Like, let's just fail.
Classic.
Right? So we fail. We jump in the pool.
Oh, there's a pool.
My friend's fiance comes over and brings a shaker bottle full of essentially Maker's Mark. It's supposedly mixed, but it's Maker's. And he's like, these are your championship shots. And I was like, oh, thank you. So we're drinking a full shaker bottle of Maker's Mark. I am now past the point of oblivion. Space and time is no longer a concept. Like, I'm just gone.
Yeah.
The next thing I know, I'm in a basement.
Oh, so, this is not a hookup story. This is, you should have told a cop this.
No. It was
chains
all
around you?
It was all leading up to this point.
Okay.
So I'm in the basement and things happen. I won't go into the nitty gritty, but
That's what this is about.
I may or may not have smacked my face off the basement concrete floor.
Oh.
Justin's over here talking about power bottoms.
So we walk up the stairs, and my friend's sister is like, why do you have a black eye?
Oh.
And I'm like, I do. And she goes,
Yeah.
go look in the mirror. Like, full on fucking shiner. Okay?
Nice.
And I had to go to work the next day like that. And they were like, did you get in a fight? I was like, yeah, with a basement floor. But that was pretty bad.
That's crazy.
I don't know. The Tinder story's pretty good, though. You know it.
Tell it.
Well, you know what? We got time still.
Tell it.
Do
Tell
we?
the story. Let's do it. Why not?
You know this story.
I want to hear it.
still
You know who
have
doesn't
a-
know it? Our listeners.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
still have another story after.
I may or may not have matched with a guy on Tinder who was like kind of interested in me, but like it wasn't reciprocated after like talking. He was a really sweet guy. It just like there was nothing there, you know.
Yeah.
So we would talk and stuff like that. And then I incidentally ended up hooking up with his brother.
Nice.
Yeah. And he might have been home.
Ah.
And he might have blocked me on everything after that.
You're homewrecker. You're breaking up families, Alex.
I'll one up you.
Oh no!
So when I was in high school, I was basically a shithead.
You still are.
Damn, it's rude.
Ruthless.
That's
Jesus
yo,
Christ.
We're here to have
this
fun.
guy-
He knows I'm
fucking
kidding.
cold.
Jeez.
You know what? It got 10 degrees colder with
For
that
real.
shade. No wonder the sun went down.
Keep being rude. It's
I-
fine. I want to be cold.
I call him shitbag, and he calls me fuckface, and it's how we get along.
And that's how you get black eyes.
Whoa! not from him. Not from him.
Kidding.
I want to hear this high school story. I wanna
So
get
I was a
it.
shithead in high school, and my buddy, who was my best friend in high school at the time, had this girlfriend, and they dated for about a year and a half.
You're a shithead.
They broke up about maybe a year later. No. I'm sorry, I should add probably one more thing. At the time he was dating that girl, I was dating that girl's best friend. So it was kind of like a
Homie
like
hopping over here.
like four
Love it.
people, kind of like always double
Okay.
dating, always stuff like that. So after they broke up, we probably broke up not too long after, and ours was probably maybe like 8 months, whatever. So maybe about half a year goes by, and my best friend's ex-girlfriend hits me up. She's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi, how are you?" Etc. Etc. We ended up talking until about 6 in the morning, which ended up exchanging nudes for about 3 hours of that. The next day,
Okay.
I met up with her after school and fucked her. And then I told my best friend maybe about a week later.
What?
Yeah.
Was he okay with this?
He kind of just nervous laughed it off, but I kind
Ooh.
of
And then never texted you again? He was
No,
never
no,
like,
no.
let's
We were
chill.
still friends for like another year.
Oh, for another year.
Yeah.
Then it really hit him.
Yeah,
So
probably.
he realized he couldn't Game of Thrones just like cut your head off.
Yeah.
Type
I
of.
kind of had the same story. I think I told this on the first podcast, but I had this friend who was dating somebody else, dating this girl, and they met through me, and they were talking, whatever. It didn't work out, so they stopped talking. I don't know. They kind of dated like a week, whatever. But then she kind of was just done with him, but he was kind of trying, and I kind of told him to keep trying, and then
okay.
yeah. So then it's whatever.
Oh.
We all ended up going to the beach, and whatever. We all get drunk. Dude gets mad because she sees him texting, or he sees her texting somebody else, he goes back to the hotel room, passes out. Me and her end up going on the beach, making out, and we go back to the hotel room where he is sleeping in like the living room area. It's like a bigger area, yeah.
You're a monster.
And yeah, I end up having sex with her in the bedroom next to it, where there's like no walls. So it was like bedroom, and then bathroom,
Yeah.
and then hallway, and then
That
living room where he was.
that is just I couldn't.
Y'all
do
are
that.
savages.
Yeah, I couldn't do
I am
that.
the sweetest angel from
Yeah,
above.
out of all these stories.
And then like we're in the middle of it too. And
Why
she's
are
like,
you? I wish
she's
y'all
like,
could
wait,
see.
is he awake?
I wish y'all could have just seen the look that Justin just gave me
Well,
when I said I was the sweetest angel.
Maybe
from
next
above.
show, he will. But I think we're running
Randy?
out of time here. So
Are we?
who wants to close this out? You want me to?
Is that time?
Yeah, I guess it's that time.
It's that time?
I'll do it. Yeah. Unfortunately,
I
we
can't
are
believe
running
it.
out.
All right. Well,
So closing thoughts. Anybody?
I wish we had more time.
Eventually we will.
Same.
I can't right now though.
All right, guys.
I'm pretty
Otherwise,
tired,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
It's time
You
for
guys, you viewers, exhaust me. I want you to like it so much. With that being said, smash that motherfucking like button. Subscribe.
bed. Tell all your friends if they're over 18.
If they're not, just like
Tell him to lie.
Tell 'em
I don't know.
Let them know we're here. Come on, 30-day trial.
Alex doesn't want to go to work tomorrow, so we need to make this happen.
Yeah,
Call me out.
Sorry,
Dang.
sorry.
Nobody wants to go to work tomorrow.
That's
Nobody
true.
wants to work at all.
that's true.
What?
I never want to work.
That's it.
No,
Every
I'm
day at
exhausted
work.
because I was with our derelict friends until 3:30
Ah!
in the morning.
We missed them, and we'll have them on one day.
One day when they
What?
decided to show up.
I'm
All right.
Nick,
I'm Eric.
I'm Ronnie.
Alex.
Justin.
and we have a Justin.
And
Thanks for
we have
listening.
a Justin.
All
We
right,
have
it
a
was a 30-day trial.
That was a 30-day
Y'all have
trial.
a good one,
Deuces.
everyone.
See you next week.